be taking 2-hour sessions on verbal ability. Now, before we go ahead, let me make things pretty easy for you. Let me share my screen. Give me a minute. All right, I have shared my Google screen, Google Chrome, in fact. This is what I want you to do whenever you have any questions regarding the exam and stuff. All you have to do it, simply type PREPINSTA, Prep Insta. I missed out P. Someone is annotating. I think I'll have to disable that. Prep Insta. Infosys 2025 exam pattern. That's the first link you get. Infosys syllabus for 2025. There are many websites, but I think Prep Insta is the best because they are up to date with the latest things happening. Well, you can see here. This is the Infosys syllabus for 2025, which is an online test, which is also called as the written aptitude test. Maybe if I could zoom it. Yeah. There are 7 sections in the Infosys online test paper. Technical ability, reasoning ability, verbal ability, pseudocode, puzzles, that is logical reasoning, the class that Hari Krishna Sagar sir has taken yesterday, English grammar, English writing. Now, till 2024, these 5 sections were a frequent recurrence. It's only from 2025, from just a few days or rather a few weeks, English grammar and English writing has been added. And if you scroll down, you will find the details of the number of questions and the answers. Logical ability, 25 minutes, 15 questions. Technical ability, 35 minutes, 10 questions. Verbal ability, 20 minutes, 20 questions. Pseudocode, 10 minutes, 5 questions. Logical reasoning, also called as solving puzzles, 10 minutes, only 4 questions. English grammar is a new one, 10 minutes, 5 questions. I'll explain what English grammar section is. And English writing, in very simple words, English writing can simply be called as essay writing, where you are given one topic, say for example, online education or COVID-19, global warming, women empowerment, and you are expected to write a 300-word essay on the given topic in about 10 minutes. Well, the word count is not what is analyzed. Your ability to convert your thoughts into meaningful and grammatically correct sentences is what is analyzed. That is what is English writing. That would be a total of 120 minutes for 60 questions. If you scroll down, you will find the detailed syllabus. In case you want to know what is the syllabus we have for quantitative ability, what we call as mathematical ability. Percentages, data interpretation, permutations, combinations. Let me not read it and spend time. I'm sure you guys can do it on your own. I repeat, all I did was I opened a browser, Edge or Google. I prefer Google. I just typed in Prep Insta. That is one of the thousands of websites available that will give you latest information. But I personally like Prep Insta. So you need not pay any money, nothing required at all. There are a couple of courses they would offer asking you to pay money. I wouldn't really recommend that, not required. These are the different topics. You probably get 1 question or 2 questions from each topic. Okay, let me scroll out. Detail the syllabus. Let's see what's the detailed syllabus for technical ability. Oh, this is shown under technical. Logical ability, you can see it. Maybe I could zoom it a little. And just an idea about the pseudocoding part. You can use any language, C, C++, data structures. Kushal sir is the right person to give you information about this. I'm sure he has given you information about it. In case you need more, just click on this Infosys pseudocode questions. It will show you a few more. Now let's look at the verbal ability, the topic that we have in store today. This is what we are going to look at today and tomorrow. The Infosys aptitude test in verbal section in PTQ, it basically focuses on reading comprehension, sentence correction, sentence selection, sentence completion. They are almost similar. Parajumble is also called as a sentence arrangement, sentence rearrangement, or jumbled paragraph. Spotting the error, verbal analogy, fill in the blanks, one word substitute. Basically, vocabulary based questions. In short, English grammar. What's English grammar? Well, it's simply verbal ability where reading comprehension, sentence correction, everything is a part of it. So what is it basically? Let me stop here for a minute. Let me explain what is the English grammar round that they are talking about. I'm stopping the screen share. Okay, I hope so far what I have shared on screen, you are able to follow and understand. Could you please respond in chat? Did it make sense? Prep in stock 2025 Infosys pattern. That's what I tried to show you. Perfect, perfect. Before I go to the grammar session, there are a few questions. Let me try to answer them quickly. Pooja, sir, can I get previous sessions recorded videos? Just at the beginning of today's session at about 6:55, I spoke to the current host of this particular program. He has informed me that they are trying to compress the files, and two of the first sessions have been uploaded, and a link of that would be shared with you. However you join, whichever email ID you have joined, you would be receiving two links for the first two sessions. So eventually, maybe by today or hopefully by tomorrow, I don't think today, it's already end of the day, but tomorrow you will be getting all the sessions uploaded. So you will get access, and the link of that would be shared on the same website that you have joined, and also the link would be shared through your email ID. So when we have the exam, Safreen, let me answer this question. See, basically what is happening here? Who is Bashir and who is Safreen, and why is Pooja asking these questions? How are we all together? Well, it all starts with Infosys. Infosys does many CSR programs, corporate social responsibility programs. They spend a lot of money and resources on developing the country. One such program that Infosys is doing now is women empowerment. It wants to encourage more women to get into software engineering. So it has collaborated with this particular portal. I'll not go into the detail. It has collaborated with us to take up one particular university. And the university that has been taken up is VTU and its affiliated colleges. All women are eligible to attend this training, which would happen for 6 days. And only for these women of final year, let me be clear, Puneet had a question, final year students, Infosys will conduct a special drive. When, where, how, you would be intimated directly by Infosys to your email ID. And as far as my knowledge goes, Infosys normally doesn't conduct the first round of interview on one single day. It is possible that VTU affiliated women who are applying for this particular job, Mysore section might have an interview on one day, Bangalore zone might have an interviews on another day, and let's say the Belgaum section might have interviews on a different day. So when is Infosys going to do that? You will be aware of it, or you will be made aware of it, not me, not Xcelerator. So don't worry about it. You will get an intimation to your email ID that you have used to log into this. And this is for VTU women, girls to be precise. Well, I can see that a few boys have joined it. There's nothing wrong in joining. You can learn from it, because apart from the special drive that Infosys is conducting for women, which is a big advantage for women, eventually Infosys will be conducting Infosys written test, which is called InfiTQ, which is a nationwide test, which would happen across weeks, different zones, different days online. So if there are any boys or if there are any third year students who are attending it, you will definitely try InfiTQ. Is there any difference in the syllabus? The answer is absolutely no. Exactly what we are doing now will be there in InfiTQ also. Then what is the advantage of attending these classes? Well, Infosys is sponsoring this particular program to encourage women. So this training is for VTU women. I hope that makes sense. Let me see if there are any messages. Sanjana says, I'm not able to hear you loud and clear. I hope I am loud and clear. If I am not, a few of you please message. If I am loud and clear, also message. Because if I am not loud and clear, they'll not respond to my question either. Aishwarya, sir, what kind of topics can we expect under essay writing? Topic doesn't matter. Your knowledge on the topic also doesn't matter a lot, though it is little important. Your ability to convert your thoughts into meaningful, grammatically correct sentences is what matters. In simple words, Aishwarya, language matters, not the knowledge on the topic. Of course, knowledge can help you better to maybe get a few more marks, but it is eventually the language that is observed. And we will discuss today itself in detail what that essay writing is and what are the common mistakes students do. We'll focus on it. Prajna, is the session only for final year students? Infosys conducts interviews for both third year and final year. So it is for both third year and final year. Ananya, how will you know? You will be sent an email. See, it's like, I hope you remember how you wrote your 10th or your engineering entrance test or any other entrance exam. You have to register for it. They would send you a hall ticket. They will give you an option or a possibility of either it is a venue. You need to go to that particular college and write there, or it could also be virtual. That means you can write it at home. Now, what Infosys will choose? Only time will decide. So you will receive an email along with the procedure to take the test. If it is a venue, which is possible, they might tell you, you need to go to MS Ramaya, just for example. So you have to go at that particular time to MS Ramaya and take the test. Infosys also might opt for virtual interviews, which Infosys had did in 2024 also. So depending on what Infosys chooses, you will be personally intimated through your email ID. And yeah, that's what Infosys would do. Puneet, I didn't get your question. What about Infosys Springboard courses and certificates? They are definitely going to help you a lot, but not in the first round, eventually. Second round, third round, and HR round, that's when these things are going to help you. I think, Zubaid, I just answered the question. Can be venue or could be virtual. Infosys is going to give you that. I don't want to make a promise here because Infosys could change it at any point of time. You will be informed. It can be either of them. So it's clear, it's audible, sir. Can we get recorded classes? Chandana, I just mentioned today itself, first two sessions will be uploaded. You will be sent a link. You will be informed about the links through your email ID. And also check the same website that you have used to log into this session. You might have links over there. I said you might because I do not have access to it as of now. But I've been informed today that 2 videos have been uploaded. And a link would be shared through your email ID too. There are a few more questions. After aptitude test, what is the next round? If qualified, then directly interview will be taken. Namita, same Prepping Star website is the best source for you to answer this question. But since you asked, let me tell you. First round is written aptitude test. You need to qualify it. Then you'll have a technical round. And then you will have a HR interview. Infosys might also conduct a fourth round, maybe 2 technical, something like that. But this is the typical format. First, written aptitude test, which has 7 sections in it. You clear it. Then you go to the second one, which is technical. And you clear that, you go to the third round, which is HR, human resource. If you have any questions about human resource, we could discuss that at the end of the session today as well. I'm going through a few more questions. Namit, I hope that answers the question. Safreen, I just answered. Different students will have exam on different dates depending on which zone they are from. Belgaum zone, Bangalore zone, Mysore zone, Davangere zone. I don't know. You should know it. Which zone you belong to. You will be informed. I was told that the exams are typically from 13, 14, 15, 16. This is the tentative dates that have been informed to us that we need to complete the training before 13th so that students can be ready to write exams from 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Can be 12th also, but mostly it is from 13th. Will it be on 13th or 14th or 15th? That depends on your zone. You will be informed directly by Infosys whether you're going to take a virtual test or is it a particular center you need to go to, what date and what time. Puneet, what I am talking right now is exclusively for women because this is Infosys sponsored for women. But whatever we are doing applies for boys also, but not for this special drive, which is going to happen this week. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 are the tentative days. Boys will not be eligible for that because it is for women. But Infosys after that is going to conduct InfTQ. Any student anywhere for India can apply for it. So Puneet, you can try for that, not for this special drive. I hope you got the point. It's good that you started preparing. Chetana. Excellent question. Sir, I am a triple course student. How would these sessions help us? Well, if you have observed the last 4 sessions and we are ending these sessions tomorrow and the topics today is verbal, coding is not a part of the first round yet. Of course, there is a pseudocode, but it is not core coding that is involved. So, be it a mechanical student or a civil student or a triple or a EC or a computer science, AI/ML or AI/NDS or cybersecurity, just doesn't make a difference. Second round, it would make a difference. If you are a computer science, a data science, or a cybersecurity, IoT student, you would be asked questions related to that particular subject too. But if you are an ECE or you are, let's say, a triple student, Chetana, that you mentioned, you can tell the HR at least one programming language that you are good at, and the HR will test you on that particular skill. If Chetana says, sir, I'm a triple student, I'm very interested in computers, so I have focused on C, you'll still get a job if you're good at C concepts. If you say C++ and Java, they'll ask you questions on OOPS. You're good at it, you can still manage to get a job. But if a computer science student says that, they will still ask them questions on Java and Python. They may also ask them questions about pointers and data structures and maybe Oracle and RDBMS, a lot. So it is not a disadvantage to be a core student. It's absolutely fine. Let me also tell you, when Infosys is conducting an interview, it will not select students under one bucket list. It will categorize students based on the performance they get in the first round. Let me take the example of 2024 InfTQ. Let's say 10,000 students from one zone got selected. South Karnataka, let us say. 10,000 students in a single drive. That's a good number. But all the 10,000 do not go to the same technical round, the second round technical. I'm talking about InfTQ. Just to give you an idea. Out of 10,000 who cleared the first round, let's say 8,000 will go for the regular technical pattern. The package may be around 4.5, 5.5 lakhs per annum. The remaining 2,000, almost about 1,500 will go for digital pattern, where the package is almost 8, 9 or 10 lakhs per annum. I'm just giving a tentative ballpoint figure. And the top 500 students who scored the top marks in the first round of interview, they'll go for prime. They'll go for something called the specialist, just a minute. And the package there, it starts from 11 lakhs per annum. Now, if you're trying for a digital pattern or a prime pattern, then IT student or a computer student has a bigger advantage because that is hardcore program. And that's how the package will be. But if you're trying for a programming job, a regular job, it's absolutely fine. It doesn't matter you're ECE or triple or cybersecurity. But yes, computer students can aim for higher packages. Maybe if you ask me the right questions, I will answer that. But since I might be deviating from the topic, I'm stopping with that. Let's go to the next question. Can we get practice questions or notes on any resources? Yes, you can. We are arranging it. I think by today itself, a few links would be uploaded that you can use to practice. If not today, by tomorrow. Sure, can you send the recording class from day one? Safreen, as I just answered, it will be up. It is uploaded. I was told the first 2 sessions are already uploaded. They just need to send you a link. So you can access the first 2 sessions today, and maybe the remaining sessions by tomorrow, it will be uploaded. Rakshita, your training and placement office in your college would be able to help you. How to register for this particular test. You are here, I hope, only because you already registered and you got an email from us and you are responding to it. If not, get in touch with your college training and placement office. Tell them that this is what Infosys is doing, a special drive for women. How can I register for it? They should be able to help you. Okay. Lakshmi has clearly given an answer that Belgavi zone, the exam is on 13th February. Technical round also written, sir. Technical round, well, first round is written, that's why it's called written. Second round is not written, so that's why it's not called written technical. I hope that answers. It's not written. You're going to talk with the person. Well, if it is from a different zone, it can be virtual. Like I probably could be asking you, Puneet, could you tell me the difference between polymorphism and inheritance? Could be virtual, or it could be face to face. It will not be written. Infosys might decide in a new way that they want a written round. That would happen only if more number of students clear the first round, which is actually not easy. So it is typically not written round, but they may make it written if the numbers increase. So from second round onwards, face to face, you got to be ready for it. Bhavana, don't worry about the package. I told you, check with your training and placement office what is it that Infosys is currently offering. Because I have too much of information and all the information that I am sharing may or may not be applicable for you. Say, for example, I talk about digital specialist or specialist programmer and I talk about 11 lakhs package and that is currently not available, you might be disappointed. So Infosys offers students packages on various level starting from the same round. First round is same. But after that, depending on how you perform, Infosys offers in different buckets. I'm aware of 3 different that I've seen in 2024. Now, what exactly is Infosys doing now for women as a special drive? Please check with your training office. Bhavana, I hope that answers. I shouldn't be giving you wrong information, which may not be applicable.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Bashir. Could we start off with the training sessions today? These questions, the students can take it up with their TPOs. They would be the right people to answer them. And they would clear their doubts and they'll tell them and lead them the way towards the drive.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And that's exactly what I just informed them.
Yes,
absolutely.
Thank you.
Let me finish off with any few final questions. Well, as rightly informed, please get in touch with your training and placement office. I think we should get into the verbal part. Too many questions. Just give me a minute. I'm just going through the questions. We'll not be answering them now. Aishwarya, could I be some more loud? Aishwarya, please respond in chat. Is it not loud enough? If you're still not able to hear, then I would look at an alternative input audio device. All right. Well, I have gone through most of your inputs and your chat. Most of your questions are based on where, how, and stuff like that. And the right answer for that is your training and placement office. Now let's get to today's main topic. I am planning to do this session in a different way so that you can also practice these sessions later on. Let me share the screen. If it is possible for you, please log in from a different device onto your browser. If you're using a mobile, open one more tab. Open Google Chrome or Safari or Edge or whatever you have and follow the instructions. See if it is possible. If not, you can of course view the answers in chat. I have stopped the video. Just give me a minute. Okay, I have just shared a screen. This is what I want you to do. Open a browser, whoever can, whoever cannot. You can directly give the answers in chat. I will respond to that as well. I'm just trying to figure out a platform where technical and verbal and fonts questions can be posted and you guys can practice. This is what I found. So whoever has access to a browser, if you can toggle between screens, Zoom and browser, please open a browser, open the web page joinmyquiz.com. It will ask you for a game code. You can see the game code 643051. And then please enter your name along with your initial. Please enter your name. 2 words for your name. I repeat, please open any browser, either on the same device, if possible, a different device. Open joinmyquiz.com, enter the test code 643051. 643051. Whoever can, please do try. If anyone is unable to do it, of course, you can give the answers in chat too. Or instead of a PPT, I'm using an online tool for interactive questions. I have shared the screen. I want you to open a browser. Open the web page www.joinmyquiz.com. Enter the test code 643051. People who are unable to log into a browser again, absolutely no problem. You can give the answers in chat. Thirty seconds more. Suraj, Farha, Nisarga, I hope you have got the code 643051. Joinmyquiz.com. And if you have any answers, please send it to Bashir Sheikh, co-host. I am logged in from multiple devices. Do not send to any other device. In fact, I'm logged in from 2 devices. One from Wi-Fi, and in case there's a power outage, I'm also connected through the mobile. All right. So the questions we are going to see now are from a collection of previous Infosys verbal questions only from 2024. And I picked up the easy ones to make things easy for you. All right. All right. So whoever can access the browser, please look at your browser screen because you can hear my audio and you can also see the questions and you can give the answers yourself. Let's start with question number 1. Give it a minute. It is loading. Find the antonym of constituent. Constituent basically means a part of something. What are the constituents of tea? Well, tea powder, sugar, milk, water. Those are the constituents of tea. And the antonym of that should be whole. Check your answer. Let's see how many of you gave correct. And you would also know whether you gave the answer correct or wrong. Uh-oh, I didn't expect this. Majority of you gave it wrong. The correct answer is whole. Component also is constituent, which means a part of something. Element also is a part of something. Citizen is a completely independent word away from constituent, nothing to do with it. So the opposite of constituent, constituent means a part of something. Opposite of that or antonym of that is a whole, W-H-O-L-E, whole. Anyone not logged in? Look at your screen. This is what you need to do. Open a browser, go to joinmyquiz.com, enter the test code 643051, then enter your name. In case you're logged out or your browser is accidentally closed or it gets stuck, open a browser again, enter the test code again 643051. Of course, when you join the second time, if previously you gave the name as Anita, now give the name as Anita1, Anita2. That's because two people with exactly the same name cannot compete with each other. Let's go to the second question. Infosys verbal ability question number 2 from 2024. Find the antonym of the given word pertinent. Pertinent means, see, all the questions you guys asked me are pertinent to Infosys, so I took out a few minutes to answer them. And the questions we are doing now, in fact, are pertinent to Infosys. What is meant by pertinent? Pertinent means related to something. And what is the opposite of related to something? Many are giving answers after I explain. Smart. Irrelevant. That's right, Adarsh. I'm also monitoring your answers in chat. Preeti, that's good. Adarsh. Asif. All right. Question number 3. Fill in the blank with the appropriate word. Almost 220 answers. It's a pretty easy one. Good. Almost 200 answered it right. Well, let's look at the question once again. Let me look at the chat. Someone with the name Lenovo. That's exactly what I'm going to do now. Let's look at each word individually and find out what the meaning is. First of all, what's the question? It's a paragraph with one blank and a couple of words to fill it with. This also comes under a section called close test. And this is exactly what will happen in a separate section called grammar test also. A paragraph with words missing. According to the psychologists, even the most dash and resolute human being can have uneven degree of emotions. The key word here is even the most, which basically means even a person who has this quality, such a person also can sometimes have uneven degree of emotions. That means we are talking about people who basically have a lot of control over their emotions. Such people also sometimes can have uneven degree of emotions. Now, which of these words you already know talks about being composed, having good control of their emotions? Well, the answer obviously is stable. We can directly answer it. However, let us look at what is the meaning of the word rickety. See, rickety basically means something that is absolutely uneven. Rutted. Rutted also is something similar to uneven. Basically, rutted means, let's say a truck or a car goes on a muddy road, the tracks that form, making the road uneven. That is what is called as rutted. Wobbly is the way an object moves. For example, human beings walk straight, but D-U-C-K, duck, it wobbles. Takes one step left, one step right. Moving left is swinging. That is what is called as wobble. For example, jelly, it doesn't stand. It wobbles if you move it a little. So the answer here is stable. Infosys question number 4. Renuka, let me share the code with you again. You can see it on the screen. 643051. I have also shared it in chat. If anyone has missed it, you can check it. You can click on the link or open Join My Quiz and type 643051. It's a pretty easy answer. Karen's neighborhood dash comprises of small shop owners. The clue here is comprises. Comprise or comprises is a verb. And if you want to describe more about the verb, we use an adverb. And the thumb rule of adverbs is they end with ly, mostly. Karen's neighborhood mostly comprises of small shop owners. That's right. Even in chat, most of you gave it right. Okay. Karen's neighborhood together. No, it's not together, mostly. If you want to use the word most, then it has to be most of Karen's neighborhood. Question number 5. Synonym for the word intrusion. That's quick. Anyone not logged in, please look at the screen. This is what you need to do. If you're unable to log in, absolutely fine. I'm also monitoring chat. You can give your messages here. The synonym of the word intrusion. Now, what is intrusion? Intrusion is when someone enters your property without your permission, like a thief breaking into your house. That is called as an intrusion. What is invasion? Someone illegally entering your country to occupy it or to attack it is what is an invasion. Inflation is a rise of prices. Retreat is to step down. When floods happen, water level increases, but after some time, the water level comes down. That coming down of water can also be called as a retreat. The returning of the soldiers can also be called as retreat. Defense is to protect. So what is the synonym of intrusion? Intrusion is someone entering your property without your permission. Now, someone entering your country without permission to attack is invasion. So the synonym for the word intrusion is invasion. And how many of you got it right? 135. Inflation is the rise of price. Retreat is to decrease in quantity or volume or to go back. Defense is to safeguard, is to protect. That's right. Yeah, in chat, Yashashwini, Aishwarya, Asif, Fatima, Zubeda, correct answer. Let's go to the next question. The panel that's deciding how they want to select the winner. Now, please note that the panel is a collective noun. For example, HR1, HR2, HR3. Three of them are taking interview for one candidate. All three of them can be collectively referred to as panel. So like that, when a campus interview happens, your college might have 3 or 4 panels. Each panel might have 1, 2, 3, or 4 HRs. The point to be noted is panel is a collective noun, hence it is singular. Oh, my cam is on, sorry. Yeah, so panel is a collective noun, which means it is a singular. So we require a singular verb. Have is plural, are is plural, were is plural. Hence the answer is. Why? Because the question is easy. 3 options are plural and only 1 option is singular. So the panel is deciding how they want to select the winner. Did not expect this. Just give me a minute. I have stopped the screen share because I did not expect this. Just give me a minute. Okay, let me explain to you a very simple and a very important topic. Very important from fill in the blanks, very important from spotting the error, sentence correction, essay writing, and also on sentence completion. What is it? A sentence basically has 2 parts, subject, verb. You can also have an object. Object gives you extra information. But most of the errors that happen while we frame a sentence happen in the second part of a sentence. Subject, verb, object. The second part is the verb. For example, the question that we have here, let me share it once again, is the panel. If the question is not panel, if the question is Bashir, or let's say the question is Kushal, Kushal is coming. We know he is a singular. Kushal and Hari Krishna. Kushal and Hari Krishna are 2 faculty, so you would say are. Is are, fine. Point number 2. Kushal sir teach English or teaches technical? Teaches technical or teach technical? The answer for that, the verb is Kushal sir is singular, so it requires a singular verb. And a singular verb in the present form always ends with an yes or es. Example, Kushal sir teaches technical. Hari Krishna sir teaches mathematical ability and logical ability. Bashir sir teaches. Of course, if I talk about myself, I will not say I teaches. I would say I teach. But when I talk about someone or something that is singular, then it has to be a verb that ends with an yes or es. So let me make it easy for you. Verb indicates an action that you already know, but you also need to understand the fact that verb indicates the time of the action. And there are 3 verb forms: present, past, past participle. Example, eat, ate, eaten. When you talk about your own actions that are recurring, you have to use verb 1. Every day, I wake, I eat, I come, I go, I play. I'm using the present form of the verb. V1, V1, V1. V is nothing but verb. 1 is present form. 2 is past form. 3 is past participle form. Now, I eat, but Kushal sir eats. And the question here is the panel. The panel is a collective noun. We have to use singular. And a singular verb always ends with an yes or es in the present form. Now, Prajakta, we cannot use verb because panel is a collective noun which is always taken as a singular. Now, what is a collective noun? Noun is the name of a person, place, animal, thing, or a feeling. Nouns can be categorized into a proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun, material noun. Common noun is the general name of a person, place, animal, or a thing. The particular name of a person, place, animal, or thing is a proper noun. Now, I am Bashir, that's my name. Logical reasoning is not taken by Bashir, it is taken by Hari Krishna. Hari Krishna is a proper noun. Technical training is taken by Kushal sir. Kushal is a proper noun. But if you do not know our names, you can call me sir, 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 teacher, 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 faculty, faculty, male, student, girl, boy. These are common nouns. The third type of noun, the topic that we're talking about now, is a collective noun. What is a collective noun? A collective noun is the word given to a collection of things taken as one unit. For example, Kushal, Hari Krishna, and Bashir. We are 3 names, so are the staff of VTU. Staff is a collective noun. And along with me, there are 1,000 other people. But all of us collectively are called as the staff. So the staff is good. The staff is teaching. It is not are. But if you say staff members, that's plural. For example, 1 grape, 2 grapes, 3 grapes. You need to eat at least 4 or 5 grapes and 2 apples a day. Singular, singular, singular. So you're saying are. Apples are tasty. Grapes are nice. Grapes are good for health. But what do you call a collection of grapes? Bunch. How many grapes are there in a bunch? Maybe 50 or 60. A bunch of grapes is good, not are good. Grapes are good, but a bunch is a collective noun, so it is. Similarly, apple, singular, apple is tasty. You know that. Apples are tasty. You also know that. But you also need to know that a collective noun for a collection of apples is called as a bushel. A bushel of 40 apples. 40 apples, okay, but bushel is a collective noun. Is tasty. I hope you got the point. So collective nouns are taken as singular. So we have to use singular. So is the answer. Let me share the screen again. We'll go to the next question. I'm turning off my video. I heard the manager dashed the office. This is also a question based on verbs. Zubeda, your answer is wrong. Think again. I think rest are all giving the correct answer. Fair enough. I heard the manager dash the office. Let me turn on the camera. Yeah. I heard the manager. The manager is singular. So we have to use something that is singular. And all the options are singular only. Can be used for singular. Now, option 1 is leaving. Verb indicates an action. We already know it, but I already told you that verb also indicates the time of the action. And depending on what time you want to use, you have to use suitable verb form. Verb form 1, 2, or 3. Here, the verb form that is used is leaving. Is leaving means now it is happening. It's going to happen. I heard the manager is leaving. Now, why is option B wrong? Has been leaving. Has been leaving basically talks about an action that started in the past and is still continuing. For example, Infosys has been training you since 4 days. Training started 4 days ago or 3 days ago, it's still going on. It will go on tomorrow also. Now I am teaching. But since 4 days, Infosys has been providing you this training. So has been leaving is wrong because it means he started leaving the office a long time ago and is still happening. And here leaving the office does not imply going out of the office. It means resigning. You can't resign for days. It will take a second to resign. Had been leaving basically comes under past perfect continuous tense. It means an action that happened for a lot of time in the past and ended. Now, majority of you went with leaves. I already told you for verb 1, if you add yes, it basically means present form. For example, Kushal sir teaches technical. That means that is the main work he does. That is the work he does almost regularly, daily, routinely. So if D is taken, it basically means the manager has a habit of resigning every day, which is absolutely not possible. So the correct answer is leaving. Let me see any questions. No questions on this. All right. Cam off. Let's go to the next question. Question number 8. This is the question based on prepositions, and an absolutely easy one. Tomorrow we will discuss a few tough questions, but today it's all easy. Chat answers, all the answers are correct. Uh-oh. Lavanya, your answer is wrong. Only one wrong answer. Can you try again, Lavanya? This doesn't require time. It's a damn pretty easy question. Uh-oh. Almost 50 wrong. I'm stopping the screen share. Let me explain this very simple concept. Come on. Preposition. Pre because we use it in front of a noun. That's why you call it pre. And we call it position because one main function of a preposition is to show the position of one object in respect to another object. For example, where is my mobile? This is one object. If you want to show the position of my mobile, you have to use one more object. That means you can say it is on the table. That means you are comparing mobile with table. It is in my hand. You are comparing position of mobile in respect to my hand. So a preposition is a word which is used in front of a noun to show the position of one object in respect to the other object. That's the main function of a preposition. Preposition. Of course, we have preposition of movement. We also have preposition of time, which we will discuss later on. But preposition basically is a word used instead of a noun to show the position. And here we are talking about preposition of place. I worked in Bangalore for a couple of years and I stayed in an area called RT Nagar. And I also stayed in an area called Indra Nagar. I don't remember the exact place, but there is one place closer to Silk Board that I stayed for a couple of months there. But the point to be noted is RT Nagar, Hebbal, I also remember that, Hebbal, Indra Nagar. These are areas of a large place. What is a large place? The name of the city? Well, I'm talking about Bangalore. Bangalore is a large place. RT Nagar, Hebbal, Indra Nagar, and Kempapura Road, I think. I stayed there for some time too. These are small areas. And the point is very simple. Any small place, preposition at must be used. Any large place, preposition in must be used. Bashir, where did you stay when you were in Bangalore? I stayed at RT Nagar in Bangalore. I also stayed for about 1 month at Indra Nagar in Bangalore. And for a couple of days, I think in a hotel, I also stayed at Hebbal in Bangalore. And mostly I used to catch a train at Yeshwantapur. The railway station is at Yeshwantapur. Because I believe Yeshwantapur is a smaller place comparing with Bangalore. So when you talk about a small area, at should be used. When you talk about a larger area, in should be used. Yeah, Sneha is also from RT Nagar. Good. Cam off, sharing the screen. There we go. Question number 9. So Texas is the name of a large state in the United States. So the answer is she is in Texas, not at Texas. In Karnataka, not at Karnataka. All right. Fill in the blank. It's a very, very important topic in Infosys. Subject-verb agreement. Neither the file nor the papers dash kept in the locker. File singular, papers plural. So what do you do? Kavita, your answer is wrong. Navya, your answer is wrong. The names I'm not taking, you're correct. Rest all are correct. I only found 2 wrong answers. All correct, all correct. I'm talking about chat. Yeah. In chat, only 2 people give the wrong answer. Let's see what's the status online. About 60 students give the wrong answer. Stopping the screen share, turning on the camera. Very, very important topic, and 60 of you gave it wrong, so listen very carefully. The topic is subject verb agreement. What is meant by subject verb agreement? If the subject is singular, verb also must be singular. That means whatever you are talking about, if it is singular, verb also must be singular. Whatever you are talking or writing about, if it is plural, verb also must be plural. Singular subject, everybody knows. Pen, singular, add yes to it, pens, plural. Child, children, speaker, speakers, teacher, teachers, everybody knows this. I did not explain. But what you do not know is verb also has singular and plural. And I already explained previously while talking about verbs, V1, V2, V3. Present form of the verb, past form of the verb, past participle form of the verb. There are 3 forms for it. And in the present form, the first form, V1 form that I'm talking about, singular verb always ends with an yes or es. It is converted to plural by removing that yes or es. Let me explain once again. Pen, singular. Pens, plural. What is the main function of a pen? A pen writes, not write. Why? Pen is singular. Writes is also singular. Why? Because WRITES, it is ending with yes. And in the present form, singular verb always ends with an yes. A teacher teaches. My mother works. My father encourages. My wife takes care of my kids. But I have 2 kids, a girl and a boy. Children. So what do children do? Children plays. Wrong. Child plays is fine because child is singular. Plays verb ending with s is also singular. But if you remove that yes in the present form, play becomes plural. It can be used only for plural. Children play. Kushal sir teaches technical. Hari Krishna sir teaches technical. But Kushal sir and Hari Krishna sir teach technical and mathematical. I hope you got the point. Let me share the question again. Now, coming to the concept here, file we know is singular. Papers we know is plural. Just a minute. File is singular. Papers is plural. And this is the verb. If it is file, the file singular, is or was. If it is papers, plural, are or were, as simple as that. But here we have file, papers, both. Then what will the verb agree with? The answer is depends on the connection. If 2 subjects are joined with either or, neither nor, not only but also, verb will agree with the closest subject only. Papers is here, file is here. Verb, which is closest? Papers or file? Papers is closest. So file is not considered, only papers is considered. Papers plural, so was is wrong, is wrong. Verb ending with yes, remember, is singular, is wrong. Hence answer is verb. Many of you gave the correct answer even without knowing what the logic is, but you need to understand the logic behind this, because if you get an unknown word, you still have to go with the rule, not with the meaning of the word. Just a minute. I hope it is clear. Okay. We will do one complete exercise of at least 10 questions on this topic called subject-verb agreement. However, as of now, let's go to the next question. Anyhow, can you guys respond in chat? Is this explanation helping you? Is it clear? Please respond in chat. All right. Okay. Thank you, guys. Oh, that was quick. Good. Good. Perfect. Let's go to the next question. Question number 10. from Infosys. Choose the alternative and fill in the blanks. Performance appraisals that contain dash criticism are accepted. In case you do not know the meaning of scathing, it means severe criticism is what is called as scathing. What kind of criticism is good, is appreciated? Five seconds more. Performance appraisals that contain constructive, that means something that is useful and you can build up upon it. For example, I'm trying to teach and you can give me constructive criticism. Like, for example, sir, whatever you're explaining, we are not able to understand it very clearly. It would be very helpful if you can write it down. Someone actually suggested that, so I started writing it. That was constructive criticism because I'm making use of it. But if someone gives me feedback very critically, very severely saying, sir, what you're talking is nonsense, we are not able to understand, then I will not feel like taking a class. That is scathing. Soft criticism is not even considered. It's not bad, but it is not considered. Indirect, direct only people don't understand. Indirect doesn't make sense. So constructive criticism. Next question. Find the synonym of ironic. Ironic basically means meaning the opposite of what you say. Say, for example, there is a dead plant, and from the trunk, once it gets wet, a new leaf or a new branch can sprout out. So what is happening here? From something that is dead, life is coming up. That is ironic. For example, Rahul Krishna is someone who is known to be lying every day. He lies for every small thing to escape. But ironically, one day, he accepted that he was the one who stole the money. That's pretty ironic. That was not expected out of him. He always lies. But opposite of that, ironically, he accepted it. That is what is meant by ironical. Bitter, something that is not sweet. Good-natured, you know. Sarcastic basically means very similar to ironic. You're saying yes, but what you mean is no. Let me give an example. So most of you went with it. Ironic. Expecting out of what is not expected is what is ironic. Let me give you one more example. A rat died somewhere in the ground and it's stinking. It's very bad. It's dead. A foul smell. But you leave it like that, that rottens, and from that, fungus forms, and then life comes out of it. That rat becomes the manure for something new. So from death, life is coming up. That's ironic. Ravi Kishan, the previous example I told you, always known for lying, ironically, today he spoke the truth. Sarcastic is slightly similar to that, where a person says something, but actually means something else. Example, A 10-year-old boy is asking his father, Dad, can I please go out and play for some time? The father answers, yes, my son, you may go, but don't come back home. The father is saying yes, but what he means is, no, shut up, sit down and study. But he's saying, yes, my son, you may go out, but don't come back again. So what he means by that is, don't go. This is sarcasm. All right, let's go to the next question. That's a funny example, all right. Next question. This is phrasal verbs. Phrasal verb is a collection of a verb and a preposition. It can also include an adverb. Suddenly woke up in the middle of the night. What is the word for that? The preposition for that? Start is startled, surprised, shocked, suddenly. Let me end it. She woke up with a start. Now, what is the rule for that? Just a minute. What is the rule for that? Answer is no rule. There is a part of grammar called phrasal verbs. What is it basically? It's a verb. Along with that particular verb, only this preposition should be used. For example, let's say a husband and a wife, they are getting separated, or a girlfriend and a boyfriend, they are getting separated. What is the phrasal verb for this? Break up. Break means something that is destroyed. Up means above. But break up has a completely different meaning, which means two people getting separated. Similarly, break down. It doesn't mean something broke down. It basically means a machine stopped working. What does breakdown mean? A machinery, a car, or a bike, it broke down. So, phrasal verbs are those set of words which have a completely different meaning than the meaning of individual words. And there are no grammar rules for it except using such words. The more number of phrasal verbs you learn, the better it is for you. You can go through a list. How many are there? Thousands. Then what is the best way to learn? Listen to people who speak good English. You will automatically catch it. The other alternative is you got to go through a list of phrasal verbs. And there are no rules for it. With this word, this only can be used. And this actually means something different. I hope you got the point. With this verb, this preposition only must be used. For example, I am trying to say that this particular girl is the one who disturbed yesterday's class. What is the word? I am accusing. I am accusing that this girl. What is this girl accused? She is accused of. With the verb accused, preposition of only can be used. She is accused of disturbing yesterday's class. Accused of. You cannot say accused with or accused on. No, accused of. Hope you got a point. Next question. Fill in the blank. Dash, I have car sickness. I prefer travel by train. I have car sickness. I cannot travel by train. I can't travel by car. So what do? I prefer travel by train. I have car sickness. So I don't travel by car. So you are continuing it. So what is the alternative? I prefer travel by train. Though or although can be used only if it is opposite. Though I have car sickness, I had to travel by car. I have car sickness, however, I had to travel by car. Despite having car sickness, I had to travel by train if it is opposite. But since this is the cause and effect, we have to use since because there is no opposite. Okay. Next question. Choose the antonym of the word soothing. That's right. Even in chat, most of you are giving the right answer. Irritating, you know, calming, you know, loud, you know. The only word that you probably do not know is a frenzy. Frenzy means crazy. When Yash of KGF came to Kormangla Forum Mall, there was a frenzy. Uncontrolled emotion is what is frenzy. The answer is irritating. For example, you are trying to drink something hot and your tongue burns. What do? You take honey or milk or something cool to soothe your tongue. If you eat something that is spicy, it irritates your tongue. So the opposite of soothing is irritating, not calming. Calming effect is for attitude. It is for people. It's not for a feeling. Next question. Choose the opposite of the word veteran. Veteran can be used for retired army soldiers. But the main point about veteran is someone who has a lot of experience, long experience of doing a particular job. And the best example I can think of right now, there are many senior actors in Kannada film industry. But a veteran actor, the first name that comes is Dr. Rajkumar. Dr. Rajkumar is a veteran. And the opposite of that is inexperienced. Because veteran basically means someone who has a lot or a long experience in a particular field. Synonym of veteran can be an expert in that particular field. Undisciplined is completely unrelated. I agree, veterans basically are old people, but not necessary. If you're talking about some technology which is there since 4 years, then someone who is working on that since 4 years is a veteran in it. Because the whole life is only 4 years of that particular product. Next question, question number 16. He said that 5 miles dash too far for him to walk. Subject verb agreement again. Vocabulary, reading comprehension, subject verb agreement are very, very important in multiple areas of verbal ability of Infosys. Spotting error, sentence correction, sentence completion, fill in the blanks. I think most of you are going wrong. Whatever answers I got in chat, most of them are wrong. Not all of them, but most of them. Yeah, even here, most of them are wrong. Anyone logged out? Please look at your Zoom screen. Open a browser, open joinmyquiz.com, enter the test code 643051. 643051. You can join in again, but this time add one extra character to your name. Previously, if you joined in with Bashir, now join in as Bashir Sheikh or Bashir Yes or Bashir 1 or something like that. 643051. Okay, I'm stopping the screen share. This seems to be a topic of concern. The topic once again is subject-verb agreement. What is subject-verb agreement? Subject must agree with the verb in number. If the subject is singular, verb also must be singular. And we also know singular subject is converted to plural by adding s. The example I gave, pen plus yes, pens. Teacher plus yes, teachers. We know it. Verb also has singular and plural in the present form, V1 form. Singular verb always ends with an yes or es. So eats can be used only for a singular person, apart from I and you, which are exceptions. Anything, anyone singular, Ravi comes to college. Kushal teaches. Swapna writes. Chandana listens. Sakshi thinks. Singular verb. Then what do Zoya and Kavya do? That's plural. They think, they read, they write. Singular verb ends with an yes or es, and plural verb that yes or es is removed. Now the question here is, let me look at the question. He said that 5 miles. Let me share that just for a minute. The question for your reference once again is, he said that 5 miles. Now the topic 5 miles, the subject, is it singular or plural? The answer is totals are always singular. Totals are always singular. For example, what is the distance between Bangalore and Mysore? The answer is 145 kilometers. The total distance between Bangalore and Mysore is 145 kilometers. 145 kilometers is the distance between Bangalore and Mysore. How much money would it cost to travel from Bangalore to Mysore by KSRTC? Sir, it will take 300 rupees, sir. 300 rupees is the cost of a ticket. How much time will it take? I think with all the speed breakers and all, with a nice road in picture, 2.5 hours, sir. 2.5 hours is the duration. For example, 2 is a number, 3 is a number. What is 2 plus 3? 2 plus 3 is 5, not R5. Because totals are taken as singular. What is the cost of a movie ticket in Bangalore? PVR? Sir, it is expensive, sir. How much? 500 rupees, sir. 500 rupees is the cost of a ticket. So totals, total quantity, total volume, total currency, total time is always taken as singular. So here 5 miles is the total distance. It is taken as singular. 5 miles, whatever answer, it must be singular. So now let's explore the options. I'm sharing the screen again. So he said that 5 miles were singular, plural, are plural, are plural. Hence, was is the only singular. So that's the answer. It can also be is, but that option is not available. I hope it's clear. Next question. Anyone logged out? Please log in again. Look at the screen. 643051 is the test code. 643051. Vocabulary based question. At the end of the close fight, Leander Pace is the tennis player, emerged dash in the Davis Cup finals. Time's up. Uh-oh. Most of you went with victoriously, victory, and victorious. Let me explain. Pretty simple point. At the end of the close fight, Pierce emerged dash in the Davis Cup. Davis Cup. That's a noun. Victory. Victory also is a noun. Victorious. Victorious is an adjective. Victorian, noun. Victoriously, word ending with lys are typically adverbs. I'm trying to write with a mouse. So this is not a verb. Had this been in verb, victoriously would be correct. But it's not a verb, it's a noun. So victoriously is wrong. A noun is already here. What part of speech do you use to describe a noun? Adjective. And the only adjective here is victorious. At the end of the close fight, Pierce emerged victorious in the Davis Cup finals. I hope that answers the question. Next question. Okay, this is the next very, very important part. Sentence correction, spotting the error. A sentence is broken into 3 or 4 parts. In this case, 3 parts. A, B, C. Which part has an error? Choose the part that has an error. If you think there is no error, choose C. All right, it's a pretty easy one. Shalini, singular. Win, win is plural. If it is recurring action, then it has to be Shalini wins the race as she practices. You can't change to. So it is not win or wins. Shalini won the race. Why? Because this is past. This is also past. If you want to make it present, then you have to change to. But you cannot change to. You have to change only one. So the correct option is Shalini won the race. Error is in part A. Good. Next question. I heard that the chairman dashed the company. This is a repeated question. Previously, we had manager. Now it is chairman. Otherwise, nothing has changed. Let's see if you learned something today. It's a repeated question. Slight change. Why did it repeat? Because the question repeated in Infosys exam. With a slight modification, the same question was repeated. A similar question was repeated rather. I heard that the chairman is leaving the company. Eight people did not understand what I explained, okay? I think they are playing Inky, Pinky, Ponky. Scientists believe that during initial years of the dash of the Earth, water bodies increased in size due to continuous rainfall. Scientists believe that during initial years of the formation. Why? Because formative is an adjective. We are not describing the earth. The subject here is formation of the earth is the subject. We are not describing earth as formative or beautiful. Those are adjectives. So we can't use formative. Earth is only one, so it cannot be formations. It is formation. Oh, good. Question number 21, Infosys 2024, verbal ability. Spot the error. A, B, or C. Choose the part of the sentence that has error in it. If the given sentence is correct, then choose no error. I think that's pretty easy. The verb is missing. It is hence proven, not it hence proven. It is or it was or it will be, whatever. Verb has to be used. It is or it was. I'm going to the next question. It's already 8:30, guys. Increasing amount of chunk from computers in America has forced them to recycle it for further use. One of the dash units is set up in India. Is it one of the recycles units, one of the recycled units, one of the recycling units, or one of the recycle units? Instead of recycle, talk about manufacture. One of the manufacturers units, one of the manufactured units, one of the manufacturing units, one of the manufacture units. You'll get the answer. One of the manufacturing units is in Bangalore. One of the recycling units is in India. That's easy. Answer is recycling, manufacturing. Next question. Spot the error. Based on verbs, we have discussed this. Yuhan is singular, but the verb do is plural. So what should be the answer? Yuhan does not understand the importance of money as he never had to earn himself. Yuhan does not understand, not do not understand. All right. Okay. 40 errors. Question number 24. We'll do at least 25 today. And we'll pick up one topic. Sentence correction. In the question, a part of the sentence is in bold. Choose a part that would improve the construction of the sentence. Markets like Janpat and Connaught Place have a lots of shops selling very trendy clothes. Almost all correct in chat. Vidya, recheck your answer. That's not the right answer. The rest of the answers in chat are correct. Markets like Janpat and Connaught Place have a lots of shops selling very trendy. Option A, they have lots of shops selling, not have a lots of shops. Article A should not be used. Why? Let me use the annotate. A or an basically means one. Except a few exceptions, we should use a or an only when we talk about something that is one or singular. Lots of shops is not singular, so we should not be using this A. That is the first point. Second point. What about B? They have a lot, many. Lot means lot. Many also means lot. That means these both are conveying exactly the same meaning. This is called error of redundancy. That means repetition of the same word unnecessary. Lot, many. One is enough. Why use both? They have a lot number of shops that were selling, that are selling. I hope you got a point why these are wrong. Question number 25. This is a very important part. Parajumbles or jumbled paragraph. The point to be noted is sentence 1 is the first sentence. And the last sentence S6 is sentence 6. PQRS order is changed. You need to put them in the correct order. If you did not understand, please listen to me. Sentence 1 is sentence 1. S1. Sentence 6, S6 is a sixth sentence. But in between PQRS, their order is changed. You need to put them in the correct order. What would be the correct order? I'm changing this so that you can see the first sentence. He plans to start his own business. So after he plans to start his business, is it sentence P or Q or S or S that follows? If it is yes, is it SQ or SP? Mixed answers, A, B, C. The only thing nobody is going for is D. Uh-oh. Most of you went with SQ. Let's see what is yes. He plans to start his own business. And yes says, for he needs some initial investments. Is he starting in a business because he needs investment? Or is it he needs investment because he's starting a business? The problem with yes, option C and D is, it says, he plans to start his own business for he needs some initial investment. Because he wants investment, he's starting a business. No, it's not like that. Since he's starting a business, he needs investment. So yes cannot be following after yes one. So option C is gone. After option D is gone. Now the only options you have are, is it P or is it Q? All you need to do is find the first statement only, not put all of them in order because of the options. Let's look at it. Point number 1. He plans to start his own business. P or Q? P. All of them have refused his application for being a novice. Who is all of them? Them is a pronoun that can be used only after a noun. What is the noun? Several banks. All of them have refused. He plans to start his own business. He has approached several banks for a loan. All of them have refused his application for being a novice. So obviously it has to be Q and P. First it has to be Q and then only P can come. So what I'm trying to say is the first statement after S1 is Q. And luckily for us, with Q only one option is there. After Q, P can come. We'll do more on this. Next question. Okay, one more fill in the blank. Prepositions, pretty easy. It's pretty easy. He slipped and spilled all the sauce, dashed the floor. Preposition of place. Towards is a preposition of movement. Into also is a preposition of movement. Down is preposition of place. This is also place. Floor is something that is flat. Preposition of place can be on. Preposition of movement should be on to. Either of these two. But on to is not there. So the only option we are left with is on. How can you pour sauce down the floor? Into the floor means you must put a hole and put into it. Towards means if it is something is vertical, then you can throw it towards. You can throw a ball towards me. So the answer is on. All right. Let's see the scores after almost 25 questions. This is just to know where you stand among these students. Lakshmi, we'll have a new join code. Hold on. We'll pick up one topic and focus on that. Just a minute, guys. This server is calculating your scores. It's still loading. We have done 26 questions. That's 50%. So whatever your total is, please double it because we have done half the questions. Sindhu, MNR, Asif, these are your scores. Double the percentage. You also know in this class where you stand. Quickly scrolling it. Your ranking and then your accuracy. Whatever is the percentage, just double it. For example, Sweta, it says 38, so just double it. Disha is 33, it says just double it. I mean, 66, 35 double means 70%. But Disha's ranking is higher because she answered it quicker than Senchana. Nice name. Please check your scores. Yeah, these are the top 50. We have more, but let's go to the next exercise. All right. Now we will quickly take up one topic and answer all the possible questions related to that particular topic. I repeat, we will take up one topic from what we have learned, and then we'll focus on that one particular topic. Stopping my video. All right. This time, instead of opening joinmyquiz.com, please open a new web page. The new web page that I want you to open is www.kahoot.it. Let me show it to you on screen. www.kahoot.it. This is also one more platform that I'm trying to try so that we can use. I can give you test codes and you can practice it at home. Yeah, this is the page that should open. www.kahoot.it. It's not .com, it's IT. www.kahoot.it. Farah, just hold on a minute. Let me tell you what topic we'll look at. Meanwhile, everybody try to open this. Now, 2 minutes or 3 minutes, guys. Everybody please get on to chat first. The topic we are going to look at now is subject-verb agreement. Subject is singular, verb is singular. Singular verb in the present form always ends with an yes or es. Keeping that in mind, I would give you the subjects. You tell me whether it is singular or plural. Subject number 1. For example, fan. Fan is singular or plural? Fan is singular or plural? S for singular, P for plural. One character, quick. Singular, plural. Singular, plural. Right. So a fan rotates. A fan gives air. A fan has 3 wings. It is never have. Next. I'm wearing a t-shirt. The next subject is t-shirt. Question number 2. T-shirt. T-shirt is singular or is it plural? All right. You cannot see me, but I'm also wearing trousers. Trousers is singular or plural? That is number 3. Number 3. Trousers. I'm getting mixed answers here. I cannot actually see it properly. So let me find where my glasses are. Where are my spectacles? By the way, there's an example. Word number 4. Glasses, spectacles. Is it singular or plural? I don't have it. I was just giving an example. Okay. Please stop for a second. Word number 6. Scissors, singular or plural? I'm trying to type the number. It's going to a single person, not a problem. Oh man, there's a lot of problems here. I'm getting singular, plural, 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 singular, singular, plural. All right, please stop the messages. I got a big clarity. Too many errors here. We'll focus on this topic. Before that, one more question. Stop typing. The next word, word number 7 is... Everyone, you have to answer this question. Everyone is singular or plural? Word number 7 is everyone. Everyone, singular or plural? Everyone. I'm talking about all the 250. Everyone. So the word everyone, singular or plural? Oh. Guys, you also look at what others are also answering. It's a mix of singular and plural. It's not collective noun, dear. It's not. Shalini, it's not a collective noun. Ananya, no, it's not a collective noun. It's an indefinite pronoun. All right, stop the answers, guys. Stop the answers. I got a clarity. I'll focus on this topic. We'll go quick. Please stop typing. It's okay. All right. Point number 1. Subject-verb agreement. Already discussed. Subject is singular. Verb also must be singular. If subject is plural, verb also must be plural. And we also know point number 2. Singular subject can be converted to plural normally by adding s or es, except child, children, man, men. Otherwise, it is book plus yes. Girl plus yes. Boy plus yes. Question plus yes. We know it. Verb also has singular and plural in the present form, V1 form, present, past and past participle, V1 form. Singular verb always ends with an yes or es. Point number 3. Some subjects like spectacles, goggles, binoculars, scissors, tweezers, shorts, trousers, most importantly, jeans are always plural and only plural verb must be used. Your jeans is torn. Your sentence is wrong. Your jeans are torn. My trousers are white. Your trousers are white, not is white. Please remember this. Confusing subjects. Spectacles, goggles, binoculars, tweezers, something that you use to pull your hair, cutting pliers, scissors, jeans, shorts, pyjamas, tracks, pants. All these are plural and they take a plural form. Indefinite pronouns like each one, everyone, someone, no one, none are all singular. When I say everyone answer, I'm not saying all of you answer. All of you plural, I agree. But everyone, ek ek. In Hindi it is ek ek. Everybody stand up. I'm not asking all of you to stand up. All of you is plural. But everyone, one person stand up. Each one person sit down. Someone, someone, any one person answer, man. So indefinite pronouns like each one, everyone, someone, no one, none are all singular and they take a singular verb. The plural indefinite pronouns are some, few, many, a lot. These are plural. But each one, everyone, someone, no one, none, wherever it comes, verb must be singular, not plural. Some subjects like mathematics, physics, diseases like tuberculosis, measles, they end with yes, but they are still singular only. Now, point number 4, very, very important point. If there is only one subject, you will know whether it is singular or plural. Confusing words also, we got a clarity now. But what if that subject is compound? That means singular also is there, plural also is there. We did one previously. Neither the file nor the papers. File singular, paper plural. Then should the verb be singular or plural? The answer is, if the subject is compound, then whether the subject is singular or plural depends on the connection. The connection for the example we already did is nor, neither nor. If the subject is and, the file and the papers, the verb will be plural. But if the subject is nor, or, either or, neither nor, not only but also, verb will agree with the closest subject. I think I skipped a point here. Let me explain point number 4 again. If the subject is compound, both might be singular, both the subjects might be plural, one might be singular, one might be plural. Whether the verb is singular or plural doesn't depend on the singular subject or plural subject. It depends on the connecting word. In that, if the connecting word of two subjects is and, the verb is plural. For example, the director of KGF, forgot his name. Quick answer, everybody. I took a wrong example. Prashant Neel, right? Thank you. Yes. The director of KGF, Prashant Neel, and the actor of KGF, Yash. Example, the director and actor, two subjects joined by and, plural, are coming. A girl and a boy, girl, boy, and, because of and, it is plural. The mother and the children, mother singular, children plural, doesn't matter. Connection is and, then the verb is plural. Are coming, were late, have been eating, not has been eating. Why? HAS, verb ending with S is singular. HAVE is plural. The mother and the children eat non-veg. Mother eats non-veg. Mother singular, eat singular. The children plural, eat non-veg. But when you say the mother and the children, one is singular, doesn't matter. Connection is and. I hope you got point number 4. If multiple subjects are there, whether the subject is singular or plural depends on the connection. In that point A, if that connecting word is and, verb is plural. However, there are a few exceptions that will come in Infosys. For example, in Telugu, Allu Arjun's movie, Ala Vaikuntapuramlo, was released in Karnataka also, the super hit movie. The director and writer. The problem here is, director of this movie is Trivikram Srinivas. The writer of this movie also is Trivikram Srinivas. We are using and, but we are using article only once. The director and writer of Ala Vaikuntapuramlo is coming. But if I say the director and the writer of KGF, I'm using that twice, the director and the writer. it means those are two separate people. But if the comes only once, then it is a singular person. Raki, I could write it, but the points are too many that we will not have time to write all of them. So I'll share the content with you, of course. No problem. The write-up or the rules what I'm talking about, I'll share it with you at the end of this class, Raki. Right. So if the connection is and, typically subject is plural. Only exception is if the is used only once, then it can be exception. For example, what did you have for breakfast? You had dosa and idli, two separate things. Dosa and idli were tasty in the morning today. Dosa and idli are tasty now, plural. But I did not have dosa and idli. What I had was bread and jam. The point is I did not eat bread separately and jam separately. The name of the food I ate is bread and jam. So bread and jam is taken as singular. Point number B. If the connecting word between these two subject is or, either or, neither nor, not only but also, then verb agrees with the closest subject. For example, the mother or the children dash coming to the college. Dash is the verb. Closest to dash, what is their mother or children? The mother or the children. The children is closer in distance. It's called rule of proximity. The children are coming. Mother you can ignore. Same subject. Neither the children nor the mother dash coming to college. Dash is the verb. What is the closest subject to it? Neither the children nor the mother. Closest subject is mother. So neither the children nor the mother is coming. That's right, Lakshmi. I hope you got the point. Point number A, if two subjects are joined by and 99% it is plural, except if it refers to the same person or same thing. Point number B, if two of these subjects or nouns are connected with or, either or, neither nor, not only but also, rule of proximity, verb will agree with the closest subject only. Point number C, very, very important. If these two nouns or subjects are joined with a preposition or a prepositional phrase, example of, along with, as well as, all these are prepositions. So if two subjects are joined with a preposition or a prepositional phrase, verb will agree with the subject before the preposition only. After the preposition will be completely ignored. Let's take the same example of mother and children. The mother of the 4 children dash coming to college. Who is coming? The mother, 4 children, plural. No, not like that. What is the connection? The mother of is a preposition. So what do you do? Before of is considered what? Mother. After of has to be ignored. What? 4 children. So the mother of the 4 children is coming to the college. 4 children along with their mother. 4 children along with also is a preposition. So what do you do? Verb agrees with the subject before the preposition. Before along with what is there? 4 children. So the answer should be 4 children along with the mother are coming. And totals, as we discussed, is obviously singular. We also discussed that collective nouns. A collective noun is the name given to a collection of things taken as one. Let me ask you a couple of questions. What do you call a collection of grapes? We already discussed this. What do you call a collection of grapes? That's right, bunch. What do you call a collection of students? Students plural, but it also has a collective noun, collection of students. A batch or a class. What do you call a collection of players? Players, 11 players in one particular team. Yeah, team is singular. It might have 11 players in it, but team is singular. Teams is plural. Very, very important. What do you call a collection of lions? Because this came in 2024. Lions, lions and tigers. That's right. Asif, Nisarga. It's not a pack of wolves. Club is the baby of a lion. So the answer is pride. What do you call a collection of crows? CROW, crow. Crow is singular, crows is plural, but a collection of crows is called as a murder. That's right, it sounds weird, but a murder of crows is singular. There are 100 crows all together sitting on a electrical wire. So what do you call all of them? A murder of crows is making a lot of noise. Crows are making noise. Crow is making, but a murder. A herd of cattle, an army of soldiers, a battalion of soldiers, a fleet of ships. What do you call a collection of singers? Choir of singers, that's right, singular. Band of musicians. Spandana, musician, band is for musicians. Singers, it is choir. Point is very simple. Collective nouns are singular. Collective nouns, if it has S with it, then it can be plural. One band, two bands. One band of 18 musicians is playing good music. Two different bands of 34 musicians, two bands are playing. One band is playing. Collective nouns are singular. I hope you got the point. Now, everybody, let's get back to www.kahoot.it. Give me a minute while I quickly open my page. I need a minute. Just a minute, please. This is the topic that most of us made many mistakes. So let's focus on this. We would require 10 more minutes, guys. The page is loading. I want you to open the page www.kahoot.it. I repeat, it is .it, it's not .com. Now I want to see which of these two tools are good. We'll do it for 10 minutes and end the class. Enter the test code 8730821. It's just like join my quiz. Do not use single letter words. All right, sounds good. Please open the web page www.kahoot.it. I just zoomed it. Enter the test code or the join code, also called as the game code 8730821. I know there are more joining, but let me go to the questions. We are out of time. These are questions based on Infosys on the topic subject verb agreement. This is the topic that most of you made errors. 4.5 years. Is it is or is it are? We can't say. You're taking time. I'm skipping it. I know you're answering, but I'm skipping it. Total duration is taken as singular. So 4.5 years is total duration, total quantity, total volume, total distance is always taken as singular. The fastest correct answers are Chitra, Shalini, RMN, Sakshi, and Nuha. All right, that's good. Question number 2, Infosys subject verb agreement. We discussed this. Everyone of those books. Books is plural. Of is a preposition. Everyone is an indefinite noun. So what's the answer? Everyone is singular. After off is none of your business. So everyone is non-fictional. How many answered right? Uh-oh. Majority went wrong. How can it be R? How can it be both are correct? One is singular, one is plural, not possible. Let me explain. This is surprising, guys. Okay. Everyone, each one, someone, no one, none are all singular. Books, I agree, is plural. This is our verb. Now, should we agree with everyone singular or books plural? It depends on the connection. The connection is off. So what do? Before off is our subject. After off is none of your business. Everyone singular. So it has to be singular. Is. Please focus. Let's go to the next question. 5 minutes and we will end the session. Similar question popping up again. Everyone of the passengers. I'm skipping it. Got almost 100 answers. All right. I wonder why it's going wrong, guys. Just a minute. Everyone, singular. Passengers, plural. This is the verb. Connection is off. So what do? After off is none of your business. Before off, each one, everyone, someone, no one, none is singular. So it has to be singular. Were plural, are plural, were plural, was is the only thing that is singular. That was easy. It's okay. Let's try one more question. I know this is a tough topic for most of you. One of them dash persuaded to contribute to a charity club. There are two possible answers, but only one is correct. One is singular. After off is none of your business. So were is not possible. Had or has is possible, but if it is had or has, then it must answer the question who. Let me repeat. One of them had persuaded me. One of them has persuaded Ravi. One of them has persuaded Aishwarya. Without who they persuaded, you cannot use has or had. No, but he did not persuade anyone. He was only persuaded. So one of them was persuaded. Next question. So scores of Chet, Keer, Sinchana, Deeps, Nisarga, and Kriti. All right, top 5. Amy and Carlos, two subjects joined by and. Is it singular or plural? Amy and Carlos or Carlos. I'm skipping it, guys, because we know the answer. Two subjects joined by and is always plural, except if it means the same person. So Amy and Carlos, now the point here is dancing, dances, dance. Dance is plural, dances, verb ending with S is singular. So what is plural? Dance. Dancing is possible, but it must be are dancing. Amy, singular. Carlos, singular. Two subjects joined by and is plural. So it must be plural. D-A-N-C-E-S. Verb ending with S would be singular. If you remove that S, then dance is plural. So hence, dance. Dances, verb ending with S is singular. Example, Amy dances. Carlos, singular person, dances. But Amy and Carlos, both of them together, it is dance. Dancing is wrong because where is the helping verb? Amy and Carlos are dancing, were dancing. It cannot be only dancing. Hope that answers the question. Guys, I don't see good improvement. Most of you gave wrong answer. 4 more questions. This is an Infosys question. You do not know what it means, but look at the verb. The verb is make. It is not ending with yes. It means it is plural. So it means we require a subject that is plural. What is plural? I don't know what is the meaning of this, but iguna, subject ending with yes is plural. Iguna, singular. Igunas, plural. So answer is igunas. We are almost at 50-50. 3 more questions. Let's see how much you've improved. Corned beef and cabbage. Are those two separate food items or is it one item? The answer is here. A traditional meal. What is meaning of A? A means one. That means the name of the food item is corned beef and cabbage. These are not two separate things. Hence the answer should be is. Only half. The Prime Minister together with his wife. The Prime Minister singular, his wife plural. Connection is preposition together with. What do you do when two subjects are joined with a preposition? Preeti, Lavanya, wrong answers. Zubeda, wrong answer. All right. The Prime Minister singular together with is a preposition. So after preposition is none of your business. So the Prime Minister singular. It requires a verb that ends with an S in the present form. Greets is singular. Greet is plural. So the Prime Minister greets the press cordially. You're still at 50-50. Question number 9. The monkey or the gorillas. Two subjects joined with or, either or, neither nor. Monkey singular, gorillas plural. This is a verb. Connection is or. So what do you do? All right. Most of you in chat are giving the correct answer. That's right. Better answer. The point is, since the connection is or, verb agrees with the closest subject. Closest subject is gorillas, plural. So it requires a plural verb, are. Next. 2 more questions and we are done. Okay, I'm skipping this question. There's a small typing error in that. Yeah. Either my toys or your cap. We just did this question. Two subjects joined with either or. What do you do? Toys, plural. Cap, singular. This is a verb. What is closest to is are? The closest obviously is cap. Cap is singular. Hence answer is. 112 answered. 71 only correct. Last question, guys. Make it or break it. The bird dashed at the berries on the tree branch. The bird is a subject, which is singular. So the verb also must be singular. Which of these are singular? This is the last question for the day. Better. 29 wrong. Good improvement. Point is very simpler. The bird is singular, so we require a singular subject. Example, E-A-T, eat. This is plural. What is the singular form of eat? E-A-T-S. Eats is singular. Example, with anyone, anything singular. Example, the girl. G-I-R-L. Eat or eats. The girl eats. Boys, plural. B-O-Y-S. Eat or eats. Boys is plural. So you require a plural verb. Eat. This is the point that most of you are missing. All right, I said last, but let's do one more. Maybe it would improve. Last question. Literature. Is it offer or offers? Is that one subject or two subjects? Last question. I'm stopping with that. 100 answers. Better. Literature, singular. So it requires a singular verb. A singular verb ends with an S. If you remove that S, then the verb becomes plural. Hopefully you guys understood. All right, guys, that is it for today. We'll continue reading comprehension and sentence correction exercises in the class tomorrow along with jumbled paragraphs. I hope you have learned a couple of things today. Before you log out, please leave a message in chat. How did you find the session today? And how are these tools that we are using? Is it helpful? Is it interesting? Please let me know your feedback on chat. I will go through each one of them. All right, guys, that's it from my side today. I'll see you tomorrow. Please leave a message in chat. I am looking at it.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bashir, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Students, just a small note, we encourage you to fill your profiles on the Xcelerator platform. If you have any issues, you can reach out to the support email IDs. We have a bunch of opportunities coming your way. So it's critical, therefore, you fill in your profile so that companies can find you through it.
That's wonderful, guys. Looks like most of you did like the tools and explanation. We'll continue these in the class tomorrow. Good night, guys. I'm still reading your messages. Anything, please leave a message.